Well, originally I played junior in Brampton in the OHL, so when I was playing there, I was taking classes through York. It allowed me to go to school and continue playing. And then when I played professionally, I was taking classes online through correspondence. So again, I was a York student, been a York student since 2006 technically. So when I was deciding to go back to school full time, it made sense to continue with York, and it allowed me to live at home as well. So definitely an exciting time of my life, and it's one of those moments you'll never forget. It was kind of interesting because it was right around the time that I was applying to university as well, as the same year. So at that point, hockey was my primary objective, and playing in the NHL is something that was that much closer. So it was definitely really exciting. You know what? I'd always have penne with chicken parm. I've since changed it up a little bit. I found that it doesn't really make all that much of a difference. So it varies. Living at home, I'm spoiled, so my mom will throw some curveballs and make my meal usually nowadays. So I think the chance to live at home for me. I've been away from home since I was 16. I billeted with family in Brampton, and then I played down in the U.S. for 3 years after junior. So it just gives me an opportunity to be close to home, friends and family, and it's just a lot different that way. It's not as intense at certain times, but it still has that definitely competitive feel. I don't know. Like skill-wise, I'd have to say Patrick Kane. I mean, even if you just watch some of his goals that he scored, shootout goals especially, he's unbelievable. He's so crafty, but there's definitely a lot of talented players. I also had the opportunity to play with Toews, Jonathan Toews, and that was he's a great guy, and his whole game is just a well-rounded player, defensively, offensively. He's definitely a special player. Probably Troy Bars. I sit beside him too, so that might be why. Him and Forfar, they kind of feed off of each other. So, well, I'm a finance major, so actually it's funny. Right, I'm going through the process right now, applying a lot of jobs, trying to get into the investment banking industry and that world. See how that works out, but ultimately, I don't really know what my end game is, but definitely want to do something in the financial industry. Of course, Mess and I actually we played against each other our entire lives too, because we're the same age. So we grew up. He played in York Simcoe, and I played for Richmond Hill. So we've known each other for a while. We've had some, even back then, we had a rivalry between us and York Simcoe. We beat them in the OMHA finals, and then they turned around and beat us in the OHL Cup. So it's definitely something that's fun. You meet guys, and it's great because you get to see the other side of who he is off the ice. I mean, he's definitely a competitor, and he's the type of player that I used to hate playing against, but now that he's on my team, you get to know him as a person, and you love that he's on your team.